Hi there Power Ranger fans, it's Admin GoldKingRanger here from the GoldKingRanger team, here with another Power Rangers Legacy toy review. And in this video I will be reviewing the Power Rangers Legacy figures Wave 3. Wow! So we've got our third wave of Legacy figures at last. So what do we have? We have Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger, Mighty Morphin White Ranger, In Space Black Ranger, In Space Blue Ranger, and In Space Pink Ranger. And to be expected, they each come with signature weapons, sword pieces, except White Ranger, because 6 Rangers apparently just don't come with Megazord parts. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at each individual figure, and then look at the Builder Megazord parts, and so on. Okay, so first up we have the Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger Trini, or Aisha, however you want to say which one it is. So, Yellow Ranger comes with her Blade Blaster and her Megazord part, which is the Saber-Tooth Tiger, Dino Megazord, or Mighty Megazord, or just the Megazord leg. But we'll have a look at that on the Megazord, Build Megazord part later. But for now, let's have a look at the figure itself. So we have, as for articulation, we have an up and down motion, turn head, and because she hasn't got a skirt, she can move her legs and knees, 2 knee articulation, feet or foot, so circular, up and down, and I think she's got side to, yes she does, and it seems it's on her ball joint, so she can rotate her ankles, so you can do her in really cool positions and poses. Arms and shoulders, as should be expected, 360 degrees, shoulder, wrist, an elbow. She doesn't have the lock-in ones as the Wave 2 figures did. I think they removed that now. I don't know why they only did that for Wave 2. Also chest as well. On the back, nothing different. On her Morpher buckle, Saber-Tooth Tiger Paracord, very cool. As for her Blade Blaster, there you go, it's just like that, just in its holster mode. Kind of disappointing that she doesn't come with any weapons, but I'll get to I'll tell you guys about something in a little later. So that's Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger. So let's jump into the next one, which is Mighty Morphin White Ranger. And here is figure number 2. It's Tommy the White Ranger. Woo! Doesn't he look awesome? I love all the gold and awesomeness. Now he doesn't come with any Megazord parts, so just like Mighty Morphin Green, he just comes with his signature weapon. In the White Ranger's case, Saber Sword. And look at all this. And look at it. Hold on, let me just put him down for that second. Look at the detail on this. I mean, it's brilliant. Look at that. It's fantastic. The black, the silver, the red for the eyes, the gold for the coin, the gold on the side, and the blade is a nice silver. And that detail is just brilliant. And of course, you can place it in his holster, which has a slot. So you just simply push that in, just like that. Now, his articulation is slightly limited in some places because of the shield. He can move forward. He has the same head, 360 degrees, and look up and down, and so on. Now for some reason he has the lock-in joint, so I think it's only the females that don't have it, it would seem. 360 degrees in the arm, elbow, and again that's only on the legs of the female figures, which is weird. Wrist, and circular motion of 360 degrees in hand, so you can pose in different poses with Saber. So 360, so you can turn his arm, so you can turn his wrist 360 degrees, like so. You can move his leg, like so. He's got the same sort of leg foot articulation with here, and circular, and yeah, pretty much like that. Okay, so we're just gonna move on now to the next one, which is, if you stand still, thank you. The next one being In Space Black Ranger. Okay, so the next figure we have here is the In Space Black Ranger Carlos. Now, his articulation is pretty much the same as the White Ranger, only he has more movement in the arms and can move forward and back, like so. He comes with his Astro Blaster in all its fantastic detail glory, as you can see. Let me just get the camera in focus. There we go. Completely the same on both sides with all the gold, red, blue and black. He's got his nice his nice details on the chest, which has all the in-space colours. The gold on the buckle. Detail on the back, well, it's just the white, which is just to be expected. And yeah, and he comes with his Astro Megazord part, which is the left arm, is that? No, right arm of the Astro Megazord, but we won't see that till the Build Megazord part later. Okay, moving on to the next figure, figure number 4, In Space Blue Ranger. Okay, so figure number 4, before I forget, sorry, figure number 4 is the In Space Blue Ranger. He comes with his Astro Blaster and the left leg of the Astro Megazord, but we'll take a look at that in the Builder Megazord part later. Now, his articulation is pretty much the same, but we'll have a quick look at him. He's got his nice helmet design, which is very different to In Space Black. Oh, let me just bring in black quickly, just to quickly compare them. See, they all have the different shapes, like so. He's got his colours on his chest, the yellow triangle, just like the Black Ranger, although all the Space Rangers have them. Chest, forward and back. He's got the same head, pretty much the same articulation. He's pretty much the same articulation as all the male figures, pretty much, so I'm not going to go over too much, but still got the nice same detail as the Black In Space Ranger, only he's blue, different colour and different helmet design, pretty much. Okay, so let's move on to the last figure now, which is In Space Pink. And here she is, number 5, In Space Pink Ranger from for this third wave. She comes with her Astro Blaster and the left arm of the Astro Megazord, but again, we'll look at that in the Build the Megazord part in a moment. So her articulation is just like the the Mighty Morphin Yellow Rangers, only her leg articulation is slightly limited because of course she's got a skirt, even though it's got a split down the sides, but that's because it's part of the design in hopes that it could bend it forward, but you don't really want to do too much to that because otherwise you'll break the skirt, and I don't want to do that. Her helmet design, pretty much the circular one, which is very nice. And like I said, same articulation. She doesn't have that double, well, this articulation one here, just in the arm or on the legs like the male Rangers, but I think it's because of the size of the arm, it's most likely the case. But she can still turn her wrist or arm like so. Yeah, that's it. Cool stuff. Okay, so now we've had a look at all the figures, now let's have a look at the Build the Megazord part. Okie dokie, so we've got a Build the Megazord, and the good news is we can now finish 2 Megazords. And what Megazords would that be? Well, we can finish the Dino Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Astro Megazord. Let's do the Dino Megazord first, since that one's the most simplest. Now, with the Dino Megazord, you would have had to have got the different parts from the past Legacy figures. So Mighty Morphin Red had the Megazord torso and head. If I remember correctly, sorry, the Black Ranger, Mighty Morphin Black Ranger had this arm. which would be, yes, would have been this arm, which is the, oh god, right arm. Pink Ranger Mighty Morphin had the left arm. Mighty Morphin Blue had his Triceratops leg. So now what we're going to do is take the saber-tooth tiger leg and push into here, and from here to here. Just simply slide it up and push it into the ball joint. There we go. And here is the Dino Megazord. Hurrah! Looks pretty cool. So now we've done that one, we'll have a look at the detail and articulation wise in a bit. But let's do the Astro Megazord. So what I'm going to do is put on the other leg. Simply same thing, only this time it's got a more opening, flattened one, so that makes it a bit more easier to put it in. But I think it's because of all this bit, which makes it somewhat difficult to put it in. Then the arms simply just go in on here. From here to here, simply push it on. It can be a little tricky, but there you go. There we go. And here we go. We got two finished Megazords, the Astro Megazord and the Dino Megazord. So this is pretty cool. So I've just had to make a quick adjustment to the camera, because we're going to have a look at the articulation. So pretty much, let's have a look at the Dino Megazord first. So he looks pretty cool. I mean, it's so nice to get a full scale figure. The only letdown for this figure is, well, there is some detail missing, and also there's no sword and mammoth shield to go with it. Would have been nice to, because I mean, you've got all these open arms. It's like, what's the point of doing that if you're not going to give it any weapons? And it's the same with the Astro Megazord. I would have loved to have had, you know, because if you look here, this one doesn't, which is kind of disappointing. I would have liked it to have hands which had the open things like this, because I would have given it my Action Zord, Astro Megazord figures, sword and blaster, shield, not so much, because it had a special hole attachment which had to, there was a hole on here and then there was like a peg on the back of the shield which you connected and then it flipped it forward. Anyway, back to the present. We're not back in 1998, so let's stick with the present. So articulation, well, ball joint on here and the leg. Oops, unfortunately that happens. If that happens, just push it back in, just like that. Oh, you can't go too far it seems, but there's a ball joint on both of the legs, so you can pose in. His head can move as well, so can the arms. So you can get him into some pretty cool poses. Now Astro Megazord, pretty much the same thing really. The legs can't go too far, but he can move its legs since it's on a somewhat ball joint. His arm seems to be here on a ratchet joint. Fist can turn, his head can turn and move because it's on a ball joint. Pretty much like the Megazord really, because that's on a ball joint too. Just gonna get him in a pose. Now of course this won't be complete without this Megazord, the Storm Megazord, which of course was the first builder Megazord we completed on our very first Legacy figure reviews. And just get him in a pose. Pretty cool. They look so cool just in a line like that. I really think they're cool, and I'm looking forward to them doing more. But I have to say, Bandai, for God's sake, please make weapons for these things. I mean, I know with the Astro Megazord figure it might not be possible unless you can remove the hands and give it hands which have holes in them like the Dino Megazord, so they can have weapons. Okay, so now we've got 3 complete Megazords and also 3 complete Ranger teams. Well, sort of. But let's take a look at the figures in the complete teams. Look at that. Don't they look amazing all together? All 7 Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Legacy figures. Oh wow. Red and green from Wave 2. blue, pink and black from wave 2, wave 1. My Morphin red and green from wave 1. Blue, pink and black from wave 2. And of course, white and yellow from wave 3. Wow, still amazing though, and they look incredible, just having them stand all together like this. Incredible. Let's look at the next team, in space. And wow, in space, they look amazing too. Just look at all 5 of those Rangers all together. But of course, there is one missing. One that's meant to go here. But where is he? Where's Silver Ranger? Well, in the description below you'll find a petition to send that we're basically working with Justin Nimmer, the actor from Power Rangers in Space, who played we're working with Justin Nimmo, who played Zane, the Silver Space Ranger from Power Rangers in Space, to tell Bandai we want a Legacy Silver Ranger. So hopefully if we can get, I believe it's over 1,000 signatures, then they'll send it to Bandai, and then hopefully it will tell them that we really want one, and besides we need one to complete the set, and hopefully we will succeed. So let's move on to team number 3, which is Ninja Storm. And of course here's team number 3, Ninja Storm. It's pretty cool, with Power Rangers Ninja Steel coming out this summer in the UK, but out currently in America. This is a pretty cool set to have if you love ninjas. I mean, I love ninjas, and I love Ninja Storm. It was a pretty cool series, and these figures are amazing. But of course, we've got 3 missing for this one. Navy Thunder Ranger, Crimson Thunder Ranger, and the Green Samurai Ranger. No, not from Power Rangers Samurai. I'm talking about Cam Watanabe, the Green Samurai Ranger, the first Green Samurai Ranger. Oh dear. Anyway, hopefully Bandai will release those 3, probably with another set of random odd Ranger figures, because they've been a bit funny with these figure lines, to be honest. But anyway, so that's all of them. Let's take one look at them all together. All 3 waves together. Wow, don't they look amazing? Look at that. Ninja Storm, Mighty Morphin, and in space. They do look incredible all together. I mean they've practically taken over all my space. It's like they're preparing for the Legendary War all over again. Only maybe with more past Rangers featured this time. Oh well, so I guess that's all the Legacy figures, or is it? If you're interested in seeing something quite incredible what's coming up in the Legacy line, you might want to click this little click the description below to a secret video. If you want to find out all the latest Legacy stuff, you might want to click that link right now. And as for me, well, thank you Power Ranger fans for watching. Please remember to like, comment and share this video, and you know, if you subscribe to our channel you'll be able to keep up to date with all our Legacy reviews and so on. So, thanks for watching, may the power protect you, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye Ranger fans.